Hi, okay, welcome to my second tutorial today. I will be showing y'all how to do, fake blood, and I'm also going to be showing some, scar wax, like I promised in my last video that I would be doing this. It took like a week, sorry about that, just been like busy with work and school and blah, 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 blah. You'll get it, personal stuff, whatever. Okay, so we're going in with the same stuff as before. These 3 palettes, do not make fun of this one too. Yeah, whatever. So, the first thing that I do, personally, is apply some foundation. You don't necessarily need to apply foundation, if I'm being completely honest with you. Like, I've done it without foundation. I just prefer to do it. So, I'm going to go ahead and be right back after I go ahead and apply this. And then real quickly, one more time, that Vaseline trick on your lips, it'll help your lips, stay like moisturized during the process, so then they don't like get all dry and crackly and bleed. Okay, cool. So I just finished applying that, and now we're going to go in. I'm going to start again with the bruising, which is like obviously my favorite thing to do. That is the wrong brush. My favorite thing to do right now. Go ahead and grab this brush today. It's a little different than the one I used before, but that's perfectly fine. So I'm going to go ahead and move these. Take my brush, take my palette that I use for my darker colors. As I told y'all in the last video, I like to use a black base when starting with bruising, because that's just the type of base that works best with my eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and make this eye the worst one today. And I'm going to do something a little different where I like tap it instead of immediately swish it, because I learned that tapping it, sorry, I'm like looking at my mirror, tapping it makes it so that there's not too much in one area and you have to like blend it an excruciatingly amount of times. So this time I just want it to be thinner than the last one that I did. And the last couple that I did actually have been pretty hard on the bruising. And today I don't want to focus on the bruising, more so than I want to focus on like the actual makeup bit. So we're just going to go ahead and make me look more like deadish today, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean when it comes to life. You'll see that my vision is something that is completely real and not something that I'm like making up on the spot. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other eye, and then I'll be right back to add in the other colors. Okay, cool. I'm back. I'm going to go in with some green now. If you can't tell, I did the other eye too. Some green. I love green. Green is like my favorite thing ever when it comes to the makeup that I do, because green helps with bruising, but it also helps like lighten up these darker tones. Because see, before versus adding the green, and then you can see the difference after it, especially if this is like your first time watching one of my videos, then there's absolutely a difference when you add the green versus when you just leave it normally. The green makes it more bruise like than before. And if you like have issues with like bruising and blood and stuff, you should probably go now, because this is gonna get way worse from here. I also like to add some red into my bruising. I know, it's like a little bit of a weird thing that I do. Like, oh my god, wait, you add red to bruising? Isn't it supposed to be purple? Technically, yes, but I prefer red, because in my opinion, it just makes it look a little bit more realistic than adding purple to it. Like, yes, I do understand sometimes bruises can be purple, whatever. That's fine. I prefer doing like redder though, because it evens out the tones between the green and the black, and it does make it look more purple than the actual color purple, which is very strange if you think about it. I don't know if that's like color theory or what, because I haven't actually studied color theory yet, but it is something that you should keep in mind. So once those are all blended out, you just kind of blend it together to make more of a bruise motion, like bruising areas, to make it more look more realistic, I guess. I'm going for more like dead person look than like actual bruising right now, which is why, you know, I'm trying not to do as much of the bruising, and I'm trying to fade it out into the sides and right here, especially in the corners, because I'm going for like more of a dead person. And I will be right back after blending it in a little bit more. Perfect. So now we're going to go into not the fake blood yet. We're going to start with the wax first. And see, the wax is difficult for me. It comes with this little scraper thing. And it's difficult because I had to learn to use it on my own because I'm too stubborn to look up tutorials, so I didn't actually Google like how to use this until later. And then I, you know, learned after I Googled it because I had to ask for help for it, which is why it looks kind of janky if you haven't noticed, because I just kind of scoop it out. So what we're gonna do is take as much wax as you need or you know want. Take it off the spatula and you're gonna rub it in your hand until it's like soft, like putty more so, because it already has like a putty like consistency, and it is very, very, let me tell you, it's very weird to apply onto your skin, but it does help with the more gruesomer effects, which is what I'm teaching y'all how to do today. I'm teaching you how to do like a gruesomer effect. Today I'm going to base my look on something that I've been seeing, you know, around on the internet. It's where they take like, yes, I did break a pencil with a pencil, and they like put it in the middle of your forehead right there, so it looks like you got like, you know, with the pencil or whatever. So we're gonna try that, and I'm gonna teach you how to use the fake blood with it. I'm gonna teach you how to use the scar wax with it. I will be right back after heating this up more in my hand. Okay, so I just kind of rolled it into a ball and like rubbed it around like this, because that's easier for me to heat it up. You could do whatever you want though. So what we're gonna do, this is important. This is spirit gum. I'll show you again at the end too. But this is what I use to make sure that my stuff, my prosthetics and stuff like stay on my face. Let me just move my hair from my forehead. Take it. It's kind of weird. It's very strange consistency too. So I would not really recommend it if you have sensory issues, because it is cold, it is wet, it feels like nail polish. It smells like nail polish. Yeah, it smells like nail polish. That's weird. Why does it smell like nail polish? It's not nail polish, I promise you. So you're just gonna put as much or as little as you want on, and then you're gonna take your putty, or your scar wax technically, mold it into whatever shape you want it to be at first, and then you're gonna stick it on top of that glue you see right there. So just like that. Okay, now that you have it on, you're not gonna leave it like that. You're gonna take your scraper. This is where it gets difficult. You're gonna scrape it into your skin. Not like a ridiculous amount, you know, but just like enough to keep it from falling off. So you're gonna go all around and scrape it against your skin. This is what I've done to keep mine on so far. It works for me. You could do it however you want to do it. And for this whole process, I'm gonna keep recording it just so you can like see it. My phone fell again. Sorry, I'm gonna keep recording it so y'all can like see the process of it. Take it up. And the reason why, I know this seems strange, you're like, you just put it out. Why are you putting it in? I'm putting it in so I have more of a base for my pencil. Because again, that's the idea this time that we're doing. Never tried it before, actually. A lot of the looks that I'm showing you today, I have not personally tried. That's not true. I've done the fake blood. I've done, you know, I've used the scar wax before. Just never in this context, I guess. Or connotation, I guess would also be the correct wording. So I'm going to take this extra wax and I'm going to put it on the pencil which, you know, it's fine. Switching hands because I'm right hand dominant. Thing fell again. And we're going to stick this right there. And I can feel that. Oh my goodness. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to scrape the scar wax onto the pencil. And we're going to keep it, you know, against the skin, but also on that pencil. I feel like a cursed unicorn. That's what I'm currently feeling like right now. Very, very, very cursed unicorn. You know, but it's okay. Because cursed unicorn is the vibe, so we'll go with it. Okay, cool. Now that I have a bunch of this on, I am going to leave it alone for a couple seconds. And, you know, I like to play with this a lot more than I probably should be, but that's just because I'm the type to, you know, put everything in place exactly where I want it to be, when I want it to be that way. And I really want this to stand up. And to do that, I need more support, like up top. Push this down a little bit. Up here. But also, like, down there. You know? Like, there we go. There we go. See? So I'm just going to keep it like this. I'm just going to put the extra of this on the actual pencil. It's not as up as I would like it to be, but that's okay. That's like an easier fix than not, because we could just take, see this extra scar wax, and we can put it under right there in that little corner. See? And now it's staying on more. Just gotta blend that together. And what I personally like to do to ensure that this scar wax does stay, because it will stay, you know, it's pretty good. I use liquid latex, and I know that's a little bit weird, like, oh, I'll use liquid latex for makeup looks. Yes, I do. Liquid latex is, I'm just gonna keep this on it. Liquid latex is one of my favorite things to use. It's helped, you know, me the most so far in my journey. If you're allergic to latex, do not use this. I do not need you to have an allergic reaction just because you saw someone online putting liquid latex on their face. Like, no. So I take this latex, right, and I just kind of go all around the scar wax with it. It just, you know, ensures that it hardens correctly and that it's also easier to use, for me personally at least, whenever I do have liquid latex on it, because the latex is more flexible and whatever, and it's easier for me to put makeup on it than the scar wax. So that's why I use it. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish applying this. Actually, I'm gonna keep y'all on the camera while I do this, because this is like a good learning experience. I'm gonna keep this up while I apply this, so hopefully it'll dry upwards, because I'm keeping it up while it's drying. I know I keep adding like layers and layers and layers of this latex. That's just because I'm really hoping that it'll work the way I want it to. And if not, then that's perfectly fine too, you know? If one thing doesn't work, don't give up immediately. Just kind of keep trying until you figure out what does work. And that's like a lot more difficult than most people realize, just because of the fact that everyone kind of installs it into your head like, hey, if you can't do something, just give up on it instead of, trying. Oh, this is a sport, which is really weird, in my opinion. Like, okay, you're telling me that if I suck at one thing, that I should give up, but then if I suck at a sport, that I should push myself and keep going. I don't know. I could also just be weird. That's just my viewpoint on it. So yeah, the way that I'm doing this, I'm making it seem like, the sharp end of the pencil was put into your head and like put in there. So I'm just gonna hold this like this until it dries, and then I'll be back when it dries. Okay, hi, real quickly. I'm gonna try using some of this gum stuff that I used for the scar wax on the pencil side, so it'll, hopefully stay more. So I'm gonna go do that because I can't really. Well, I could technically show you on camera. It'll just be like a lot more difficult than not. So I'm just gonna take it and put it like up here. And oh gosh, that spilled everywhere. Push it in, I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up. Thankfully did not get in my eyes. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go clean that up real quickly and leave this to dry. Okay, hi, I'm back. It's mostly dry now. It's a little bit more stable than before. Like, I can leave it up without having to touch it. So while that finishes drying, I'm gonna go ahead and start the base for another, not a bruise. I'm just gonna do a little bit of blood coming down from my lip to make it a little bit more like, oh shoot, maybe my nose actually. Now I know this seems kind of weird, like what are you doing? You're just kind of rubbing eyeshadow on your nose. I promise you this will make sense once it comes to the fake blood. This isn't something that I usually do because I used to do it with lipstick stuff like in my last video, but you know what, we're trying it because why not? Now most of the attention is up here, which is perfect. That's exactly where I want it to be. But again, with this scar wax, what you're gonna do is you're going to like rub it together. You're gonna make it warm. You need a little bit of this glue, again showing you the glue. It's called Spirit Gum. Yeah, it's for prosthetics. And you're going to take that, you're going to apply it where you want the wax, smush it, and then put the wax where it is. You're going to scrape it out with your scraper. This end is for like if you want to do like cuts. I use mine for cuts, at least like going along the edges, on the sides. Okay. Now we don't want to take too much attention away from that because that's our main point of focus and where most of the fake blood is going to be. But I do want a little bit to come down the side of my mouth right there. And the reason why I have this, it's not really for any makeup purposes, wasting time until that dries. Why I'm doing it is so I have a base on where I'm putting the makeup, or like the fake blood, So I'll come right back again when that is fully dry. Okay, cool. So now it's like dry enough for us to actually get started on that's the wrong brush, on the makeup up here. So I'm gonna take some black. I'm gonna put it all around. Now, if you can't tell, starting out with like a darker base is what I'm best at. It's what I specialize in. If you specialize in like lighter bases, you go do a lighter base. Okay, like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you what to do, what not to do when it comes to your makeup. Just because I do my stuff a little differently than you do yours. That's fine. I'm not here to dictate. You do you, boo-boo. That's my philosophy. Now, with the liquid latex, it is going to feel a little bit weirder putting makeup on it. just because it feels like skin, but not skin, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it. So yeah, just put a whole bunch all there. And instead of, you know, using, what was I saying? Instead of using other colors, we're going to go straight into fake blood. This is the type that I'm going to use right now. It's very sticky, so I'm actually not going to use the sticky kind, because that kind gets way too messy for my liking. I will be right back though, because I'm going to go ahead and eat dinner. So I'll be back and I'll finish this after I eat dinner, okay? Okay. Hi, okay, I have returned from eating dinner. We left off here. It's like all completely dry now. So now you can like see how it looks, even with like the makeup on it. Okay, now here comes the fun part. The fake blood. So this is the type of blood that I'll be using. I know I showed you guys a different one earlier, but that one is too sticky and I don't like using it. It's a Colgated blood. Very good. It's non-toxic. Don't swallow it, but like you can put it on your lips and around your eyes and stuff. Like one of my lips, I had it like all over my eye and I'm still perfectly fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little end right here. I'm going to dip it in like so. I'm just going to start slowly putting it around this pencil, but like on the areas where it's on my skin. And obviously I'm going to want to do it up here too, and over on this side, because, you know, it's like, whoa, bleeding, did not mean to get that over there. That's okay though. You could just take this other end that you're not using and like lick it like that, and it'll come off. It's super easy. You use water and soap and it like comes off really easily. Okay, so obviously I'm gonna dap the blood up a little bit more, a little higher. Now this angle, that was the hardest for me to get to because I, you know, constantly see it. It's not constantly in my field of vision, but I think I got it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna follow the flow of gravity. So gravity goes down, so you're gonna want the blood to go down, you know? And make it messy. Make it, you know, bloody, whatever. That's the point of it. Now for my lip, I'm going to take the same amount. And I'm just going to follow this line that I made here. Like that. And I'm just going to pat it. Now, I know you're like, oh my god, that's like a lot of blood concentrated in that one little area. Yeah, it is. So you can always put less, put more, whatever you want to do. It's up to you, boo-boo. Me personally, though, I like more of the blood. And then you're going to take a little bit of it and put it on your nose. You know, like it was moved around a lot. Yeah, just like that. So again, just take the fake blood, move it all around here, down your lip, and done.
I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, really? That's it? Well, yes, fake blood is actually really easy to use, and the type that I use, non-toxic, it like comes off easily. I'll show you again at the end here, but yeah. No, so
that's kind of all for today's, since we really just went over the basics of the wax and the fake blood. And this is how this look turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you one more time everything that I used, and then now we'll be good. So one more time, this is the star wax that I use. It's very good. As for the fake blood, let me just throw that over there. So the fake blood, I use this type. Again, don't like swallow it, but you're gonna use it. I've already used like a whole bunch of it already. Here's the other kind. This kind is super sticky though. Well, it's called sticky blood, that's why. So you can go ahead, and if you want to, like, you know, mess with this a little bit more with some sticky blood, I'm actually gonna go ahead and try that right before I leave this video, just like show you how that would go. We're gonna do that right now, actually. So we're gonna take it, open it. You can already see the stickiness coming off, but oh lordy. Okay.
So I'm just gonna do it here. Now I know what you're thinking. That's like a lot of fake blood, right? Which technically, yes, but also
it's cool. What you're gonna do is you're gonna follow the flow of gravity. So gravity goes down,
blood goes down.
That's how it works. So yeah, that's the end of today's tutorial. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned a little bit something with the blood and the wax. And if you need another tutorial with more of the wax and stuff and more of like the bloodier stuff, let me know. And honestly, I don't really know why I did the under eye. I really did not need to do that because we were more focused on this today. But I just really like doing it. So that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this helped you. Here's the look one more time, and bye.